What's up? It's your boy, Jenks in the business. Welcome back. Got a few minutes tonight, so I'm going to see about maybe doing a helmet review. I've got several different helmets. So this is a Scorpion Ryzer. It is DOT and 2206 certified. Pre-sale helmet, safe helmet. I've had several Scorpions over the 16, 17 years that I've been riding. The thing that I like about them is they're pretty plush on the inside. When you buy one, regardless of what level of Scorpion helmet you buy, you kind of know what you're getting. Once you've had one, you know it's going to be comfortable. It's not going to be just crazy loud. You know the quality is going to be there. I've never had one fall apart. It's all around a good helmet. So that's what I'll say about Scorpion as a brand. This is the clear shield that came with this particular helmet. It does have the border around it. I don't know if you can see it there, the border around it. It's pin lock ready. What's good about the border is it keeps it from flexing, so when you have the visor cracked or half open, you don't get a bunch of shaking and vibration, which is nice. Black and gold. The gold doesn't match the gold visor. However, I still like the gold visor. But what I will say about the detents of the helmet is they're pretty crisp, but with any real wind, like I say, you can see it flexes a little bit because the gold shield does not have the border around it that stiffens it up. And it's a pro and a con. So I don't like the border because if I ride it cracked or half open, it's right in your line of sight and distorts your vision. Where the gold shield does not have that. So if you ride with it cracked, it's just kind of like wearing some sunglasses. You're still getting a little breeze. So it's a give and take thing. But you know, if you ride with it, you know, partially cracked on the highway, you're not going to be able to crack it like this and get a little airflow. It's just going to shut. There's a few little features. Again, this is not their super high-end helmet. I think these helmets are about $200. For the money, it is very, very good quality, very good fitment. The interior of the helmet is very nice, very plush. My more expensive Shoei or Shoei helmets don't have the thing that I've always hated about my Shoei helmets is they're comfortable, but the interior of them, it almost feels like Velcro. It's just for $500, $600, $700, $800, whatever you pay for it. I feel like it should feel more luxurious on the inside, more plush. And Scorpion does a really good job of that with the material that they use on the inside of their helmets, even down to the material on the straps. I mean, everything about the inside of this thing is super nice. Now, this helmet, again, to be on the budget side of the Scorpion lineup, it's not their lowest end helmet. I wouldn't even say it's their mid-tier helmet. One of the next helmets I may get is maybe an R1 Air or maybe a Daytona Viper, but I really like the fit and feel of the Scorpion helmets. I wish this helmet had a little bit more airflow. I wish it was a little bit quieter, and some of those things you might get with an ST1400. I don't think you'll get quieter with an R1 Air just because it's going to flow more air. But budget, if this is your helmet starting out, it's a great starter helmet. If this is your passenger helmet, it's a great passenger helmet. It's affordable, it's comfortable, and I've had this helmet a little over a year and several thousand miles in it. You know, it still feels like the day I bought it. And I cannot say the same for my LS2 helmet. While it was a good helmet, it flowed a lot of air, did not stand the test of time, you know, for a full year. And I can show you it. And it still works. It still straps. It's not falling apart. It just doesn't have the same build quality, fit, and finish as this Scorpion helmet does. So it does have a chin curtain here. It's kind of a meshy material. You can pull it back. You can pull it out of the helmet. It has the emergency pull tabs to remove the cheek pads in the event of an accident. It has the top liner, connects it in the brow so that you don't have any pressure points there at the top. It has a trigger here on the side, which is your Top Gun shield or your drop down visor. I'm not sure if you can get that in clear or if it's tinted. I've not looked into that enough on this helmet to consider replacing it, but it is nice that it has that. Some helmets I've heard have a little bit more noise and don't flow as good of air with that. So that's part of the reason that I look at either an R1 Air versus the ST1400. I do like a quiet helmet, even with a comm system. I mean, the wind noise sometimes is just overbearing and you can't get ahead of it. So the other cool thing about Scorpion helmets is the shield release. It's as simple as open the shield and pull that lever and it pops off. Same thing, putting it back on, it just goes on, and that's it, back in the business. Scorpion used to have an anti-fog shield that was amazing. I don't know at what point they dropped that out of their lineup, but it was amazing. I wish they'd bring it back, but it's probably a way for them to just sell the pin lock. As far as vents go, it's got an exhaust vent on the back. It has I guess you would call it a Venturi duct there to help pull the exhaust out of the helmet. It has a sliding vent in the top, very easy to do with your gloves. I don't like, it's got a little bit of play in it, but again, at this level of helmet, I can't really be too picky. It has these two push vents here on the side, very easy to use with your gloves. And of course it has the chin vent, also very easy to use with your gloves. Now, the Road Glide has a big enough windshield that you don't really feel anything from the chin vent. But you know, this on a naked bike, it would probably flow a sufficient amount of air to be comfortable. I will say that I've ridden over 500 miles a day in this helmet, and it's been very comfortable. I have not noticed, you know, hot spots or anything like that. In an all-day ride, I think by the end of the day, you kind of want to take it off, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's not that it's hurting. It's not that it's uncomfortable. I think it's just that you want to break. And after having some other helmets, you know, Bell's, Shoei's, Arai. Arai is a very, very good helmet for all day riding. Very comfortable. To me, they're just not that good looking, but that is on the list that I want to look at a new one of those for longer trips. As well as a few other helmets. This helmet also has cutouts in it for a comm system if you want to put a Senna or Cardo or whatever you want in it. I have a Amazon unit in this one. I've got a Pack Talk Cardo in another helmet and one of my spare helmets. I don't really notice, I think with wind noise of any of these helmets, I don't really notice that big of a sound quality difference in something that's inexpensive like this versus their more expensive Pack Talk with the JBL. The Cardo app is nice. Getting it to connect to other units, it seems to be harder than it should. And my Pack Talk is a little bit older. The new ones may be a little bit easier or better as far as that goes. But for the money, and I'll leave a link to it in the description, but for the money, this is a Fodsports FX7. Very easy to use. It has a power button on top. You turn the volume up or skip songs this way. If you want to connect to someone intercom, you just hit the front button, which is like a Cardo. It has mesh, it has Bluetooth connectivity, it has group rides. There's an app for it too. I haven't played much in the app, but you know, you can get it. The kit comes with a boom mic if you have a modular helmet or an open face helmet. It also has a Velcro mount mic. It gets loud enough that you can hear it. It functions well. It's predictable. It's easy to use. You don't fumble around. I've actually had better luck connecting this to other riders than I have my Cardo to other riders as crazy as that sounds. And the retail on this one is only about $80. So I really can't complain about it. It kind of makes me want to buy helmet kits so that I can just transfer it helmet to helmet without spending cardo money or $400 or $500 or $600 on another unit when this one works so well. What is it, Memphis? What is it, Kyrie? What are y'all doing? Oh, y'all done found the goodie jar. We'll get you a sample. Get you a sample. So again, overall, this helmet, really good bang for the buck. I would buy it again, or I would buy it as a spare helmet or passenger helmet or first time helmet. If you're looking for super high end quality, no noise, you're gonna have to spend some more money. There's no real way around that. But I've got a few other helmets. We're gonna talk about those. I just wanted to get started on this one. I'll give you a couple shots of this one so you can kind of look at it and get a better idea of it. I've been riding in it. It's not the cleanest helmet currently, but it's not in bad shape. But if you're on the fence about this and $200 was in your budget for a helmet, I don't think you can go wrong. Super comfortable. You can keep the clear visor on, use the drop down shield, the sunglasses, if you've got some all day rides. And even this gold shield, it's not terribly dark at night. Obviously it's not as good as a clear one. It does a good job at blocking the sun, but there you can kind of see that you can see through it. Even at night, it's not terribly dark, but you can make it home. Leave in the comments what helmet you're using, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Thank you guys for watching. Do the thing where you hit the button and the subscribes and the ring and the bells and the comments and all that kind of stuff. If there's something else you want to see, let me know in the comments. See you on the next one.